Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Welcome, guys, to another installation of the AKWatch. And today is episode 13 of Jujutsu Kaisen. And of course, the boys are with me. Speak to them, please.
Yeah, man, crazy episode. Really special. I was in bits when I was watching it, so I can't wait to talk to you guys about it and just get what you guys think about it.
Yeah, like what Joe was saying, another great. In fact, this was probably contender for best episode of the season. Pretty hard to beat it, but yeah, fantastic episode and should be a fun one to talk about.
So, it was an amazing episode, but let's talk through it. You know, we start with, finally, we haven't seen him in a long time. Inumaki comes back again, tells Yuji to carry on. But yeah, we haven't seen Inumaki in a bit, but he's back. He's going to deal with the things up while our main guy, Yuji, goes down. But Yuji goes down to the underground, and before his feet touches the ground, our brother, choso, was a definition of on sight. And he didn't waste time, bro. Straight into it. What do you think about that? The start of the fight.
Well, I understood why he was on job. Like, I kind of like that. I don't like the dilly-dallying, like, long conversation, drawn out prep before a fight. Sometimes, just we know the deals. We're watching it. We're not ignorant. We're not dumb. We know what's happening. Just go and show us your passion. Go and show us how vengeful you are. And Choso was just on it. He was on crud. Like, immediately he was like, "Oh my days, Yuji, it's at you."
It was
okay. You're about to catch these hands. You killed my brothers. Are you mad? So yeah, I was happy that we didn't like stall anything. We just got straight into the business.
Yeah.
I agree. I think so like he said, nice change of pace. I think the people are saying he stood on his business. That's the new term apparently now. So he saw him and he said, "Yes, on site, you're dead. I'm not even gonna try and talk to you." Well, he did try and talk, and he just got angrier. So yeah, but nice initial confrontation. I like that little exchange. I don't understand how Yuji can jump down like a full set of elevator, what's the escalator? But yeah, he's built different. But
yeah, he keeps
really
defying
is.
stuff,
Even,
man. He keeps defying the crazy enough.
It's not normal. Even before he got there, the way he was bouncing off walls. I was like, is this normal? But yeah, he almost paid for it though, because before his feet touched the ground, that's what makes me laugh a little bit. His feet didn't touch the ground, and immediately he got shot.
Yeah, I love that slow motion shot. That slow motion shot was one of the coldest. Like, it's like everything was kind of frozen in time, and you can see them like clocking each other, or like just taking notice. Like, oh, I see you, you see me. Yuji is thinking, okay, we might have a little conversation before we get into. Yeah, he just thought it was going to be normal business. Like, I talk to you, you talk back, and then we fight. I win. Choso is nah. I'm not good. I'm gonna try and kill you with my first shot. And visually, like immediately, I could kind of tell a difference because visually, this episode was going crazy. Was actually growing. There was one shot when they kind of did a close up of Yuji in the beginning of the fight. Bro's eyeballs were glistening. Like his skin was radiant. I was like, what? JJK, I didn't know you could get any more cleaner than this.
Yeah, they put money into it, man. They really did. But even like I think it seems little, but when he was coming down from the elevator, jumping down, and the shadows of like the wall like above him was like lifting to see who it is, and that just like initial like when they noticed each other, it was just beautiful to me. It was really good. But yeah, straight away, Johnson wasn't wasting time. He does blood manipulation, and it says it was faster than the speed of sound. And I don't know how Yuji reacted to that. I can't lie to you. It's like, you know what? I feel a shift in the air. let me start blocking myself already. Because you can see him like almost start blocking before the guy even shoots it. So yeah, I think that reaction speed and Choso's ability is a bit crazy. What do you guys think about it?
Some of Yuji's feats, or you drop first, bro.
Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to say I think Mappa did a great job of showing just how lethal the piss and blood was. Because when I read it in the manga, I didn't really get a good impression from just what I was reading, but they really showed like the speed and then just how lethal and powerful. It's literally like a blood laser, and I didn't really get that impression when I was first reading this. So yeah, they did a great job of just showing the impact of what he was doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was saying like some of Yuji's feats don't make sense, and I think just because of how, like Daniel was saying, how crazy that blood manipulation, like convergence technique is, like it was legit piercing or slicing through concrete and signs, and you know what I mean, like that, for it to be that concentrated and to have that kind of destructive power. The whole time I'm thinking, Yuji, I don't even know how you are surviving. I don't even know how you're putting up any sort of resistance, especially because if you think about it, this is not a good matchup for Yuji, because Choso, this is like the worst matchup. Choso has the ability to, you know, fight at a distance, and he doesn't have to cover a lot of ground. He can stand in one place and, you know, really consistently barrage you with his attack, which is crazy, and he can also use it defensively. So I was thinking the whole time, this is definitely one of the hardest fights Yuji has had, and I'll be surprised to see if he like runs away with this.
Yeah. It was so good, and I think Yuji made it worse, like Daniel said. Like it's like, oh, before we can carry on, I keep whooping your ass. Did my brothers have any last words? And he's like, no. And the first fact that was Yuji like recognized who he was talking about really quickly. To be fair, like, oh, it must be those two. I was like, did they say anything? He's like, nah, they didn't say anything. But his honesty, which wasn't needed. I can't lie to you. I'm never going to tell you that. Your brother cried as I killed him.
It's crazy.
He just made Choso, but he didn't even mean it like maliciously. He's just like,
Nope.
Yeah. He cried, and I feel bad about it. But Choso was like, what? What did he say? And yeah, he just got angrier. And you know, they got into it straight away again. And you know, when Choso like hits you with the blood and takes it off your body or takes it off the wall, the animation was going crazy, bro.
For real.
They hit out of the park, man. The animation for this whole episode. But I knew it was gonna be good when I saw the blood moving away from the like Yuji's body when like it hits him and explodes in his face. It's like, oh, you bring back my blood. Just like it was intense. It was so good. So good.
I kind of need some clarity. I don't know if you might know, but why doesn't Choso run out of blood?
Because he's a cursed womb, I think. That's the reason.
I see, because the whole time I was so confused. I was like, there's going to be one time that this guy has to be anemic, like blood levels down, just starting to be dizzy, fall apart. I was like, this guy has unlimited blood. That's crazy. But the way he was drawing the blood off of all the stuff, like you said, was stupid. It was so clean. Like I was looking at it like, that is so incredible, because it was weird. It was like the fight scenes were very fast paced, but then there was a lot of moments where things slowed down, so we're able to see the details and like take it all in, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And I think, you know, Yuji showing his battle smartness, I should say, like his IQ when it comes to battling, when he controls the time of attack, because when he jumps up and says, no, I'm going to jump up, I'm going to control when it's going to hit me, and once he lands, that's when I know he's going to hit me, and I'll go from there. It looked risky to me, because I was like, well, how is this going to work? How are you going to have the control as soon as you hit the floor to evade this? But like Michelle said, his feats are brazy, and he managed to like, you know, use it to his advantage. But yeah, I think his IQ for battling shows well here.
Yeah, I think this episode was showing the tactics that's involved in the fights in Jujutsu Kaisen. This one was very tactical, you know, Yuji trying to get around the long range distance that Choso has, and then Choso having to adapt to changing battle conditions. This, I think it really just showed in terms of choreography how the characters are thinking, and then just really well paced as well. I think nothing really dragged, and I like how they just decided to focus it on just this altercation and not cut away to anyone else and break your immersion. So yeah, I think like you guys were saying, I liked how Yuji kind of tried to challenge Chojo. He baited him into using the move, and then tried to close the distance. But I'm not gonna lie, when I was reading it, I thought it was a bit. I knew Choso had the upper hand, but I didn't realize he was basically just beating up Yuji for this whole fight, first half. He was like pamming him. I was just like, damn, you really getting your cheeks slapped, man. It's not good.
Yeah, he was getting that work.
Yeah.
Getting that working. Yeah, like you said, the chess games that they were playing against each other. I know Choso must have thought at some points, like, all I have to do is not take anything for granted and I'll win, because I definitely have the upper hand here and I've been putting in work. But I think it also kind of shows like Yuji's ability to, you know, grasp the situation, and also like his will just to keep fighting and find and wait for opportunity that he can take advantage, because, you know, when you're getting smacked up like that and the odds are not really in your favor, there is you know, a chance that you start thinking, I'm in survival mode, I'm just waiting for a good opportunity to, you know, escape. But he in his mind is thinking, what we have to do and what we're trying to perform as the Jujutsu sorcerers at this moment in time to save Gojo, I know what I have to commit to this, you know what I mean? So it was just cool to see him, like you said, use all the tactics and just keep going.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And no, throughout the whole fight, do you know what I was thinking about? There's just one sound, it's like, let him go up, let him go up, let him go up, let him go up, and beats it up again. Because Yuji was, you know, when he got stabbed in the leg with the blood, you know, he punched him,
Nasty.
but pulled him back up again into a punch again. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. Choso was going for the kill, bro. It was, I think this episode showed how like brutal it was, that fight. Like you could see like Yuji screaming and wincing when he like gets hit sometimes with some of the techniques, and just how, yeah, Choso was not messing about, bro. And it kind of goes into another conversation which I want you guys to like share your thoughts, because the discussion in the community was just more like, what has Kamo been doing with this technique? Because we see Choso like going crazy. I think my opinion is, like Daniel said a bit earlier on, I think Choso just like a different person when it comes to like the curse techniques and energy like reservists, but compared to the Kamo we've seen from Kamo. Well, what do you guys think?
You want to go, Joe, or should I?
You can go first, bro.
Okay. Well, first, I'll say it's not fair to compare, you know, the way Choso is using the technique to Kamo, because it's reliant on blood, and obviously Kamo doesn't have unlimited blood, so he finds ways of getting around it using like the blood packets. But obviously, he's not going to be able to do the stuff that we're seeing from Choso, where he's just like using it very frequently. You know, he's shot like so many beams of that. He's coating his arms in it, and you know, he's doing all these different abilities, the supernova, convergence, blah blah blah. And that's just because he's the cursed womb, and essentially he can have an unlimited supply of blood, whereas with Kamo he can't, because if he overuses the technique, then he's gonna be like anemic and he's not gonna have enough blood, and then he'll just be vulnerable. So it's a bit peak, but yeah, that technique isn't really good for normal humans, it seems.
It's not.
Yeah, I was kind of just thinking like some people just have a better proficiency towards a technique, and you can't have, like you said, an expectation that this is the standard just because somebody's able to use a similar technique. Somebody else will be able to just facilitate a better or optimize it better just because of what they innately have, like their innate makeup and stuff like that. So comparison is kind of peak, but I understand why, because when you see how it's one of those is when you see how crazy a technique is, like you're thinking, wait, I've seen this before. Why didn't it look like this? Why did the other character make it not look as grand and as impressive as this? So I can understand the outlook of people, but like Daniel said, it's an unfair comparison.
Yeah. So I think it's unfair as well, because I thought it was obvious. It's like, Cameron's human, bro. Like, what do you want him to do? Just die because you want him to look cool when he's fighting? I think the only way he can like go crazy if like he goes really dark and just has endless reserves of blood from like deceased people, and becomes like a Gara above it with blood in the gorge instead. But he's not that, and he's just carrying more blood bags and doing his thing. So I think we should cut him a bit of slack, because Choso is just simply different. But I made myself chuckle a little bit because my notes here just say AirPods Pro's back.
Daniel's favorite.
I was just laughing to myself when you guys are talking. But yeah, AirPods Pro is back, bro.
When the world needs
Dre.
it most, he comes into action.
Beats by Bum, as I like to call him sometimes.
Finished.
He's back, and yeah, he's because he's kind of like experienced the technique before. Even though he says he's not sure about any kind of weaknesses, he comes up well planned, and he says, you know what, time for a shower. And I think he's growing on me. He made himself useful a little bit.
Give him his flowers. Give him his flowers. Mekamaru deserves.
What happened at the end of the episode?
Yeah, he tried. I mean, I think without that, Yuji's. I think that's why Yuji would not have lost the whole episode if without our favorite AirPod. So I think that plan was intelligent and worked in Yuji's favor even if it was for like a brief moment. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, that was lit. I like the science behind it. I love how just showing how it's like smart Mekamaru can be, even though like you're this smart and you never thought about everything prior to this in regards to why you shouldn't have tried to get your body back. But that's another thing. But in regards to his plan, like flooding the bathroom and stuff like that, the water obviously causing the blood cells to burst when they get too saturated or something like that. It's cool because it prevents Choso from fully utilizing his ability and kind of levels out the playing ground a bit, and makes it more of a close quarters fight, even though like Choso can still use his blood abilities, but obviously some of there's a limit. As soon as he starts using it and it's exposed to the water, it's going to break down. He's going to lose control of it. So bro, it's a W for Mekamaru. I'm going to give him his flowers there. Impressed with the swiftness of his ability just to make a plan like that, and also impressed by Yuji just to have trust in Mekamaru and implement the plan immediately, giving him a better chance.
Yeah, I think the plan, even though if you come to me with a plan and say it's got a 10% chance of working, I don't know, man. It's doesn't fill me with confidence. But Yuji, he's someone who trusts people, so he didn't really flinch at that. I guess 10% is better. Anything is better than 0%. So I hear it. And it did do its job even in the playing field, and providing Yuji with a platform to, you know, kind of have a way to beat Choso. But I don't know. I think my only issue is like leaving himself there just vulnerable to get destroyed, because he could have been used for a lot more things rather than just, okay, I'm gonna get sacrificed and now I'm done. But, you know, I guess he didn't really, he was just like, okay, this is the plan, and then he didn't really go into a lot of detail because they didn't have a lot of time, to be honest. But yeah,
I don't know. He was just like, oh, he's back. Oh, he's gone. It was just like so kind of not underwhelming, but it's like, oh, you just came for this and you're gone already. But he did his job, to be fair, and because like I said before, without that, Yuji would have just got waxed very, very easily. But even the playing field, and Choso had to kind of reconsider what he needs to do, because he's never been in this situation before. Like, even the narrator says that, but Choso, we need to give him his flowers as well, because he's just like, okay, what do we do next? And he just moved on to what he was going to do next, controls the blood in his body, and you know, it's like it's time for hands. And my man, they were fighting, bro. They were going out it, and surprise, surprise, Yuji got overpowered again and got basically shot. But Yuji didn't just faint from shock and pain. He's just like, you know what? Everyone's depending on me. Even if I don't save Gojo, I has to go keep fighting and take this guy out. Which is like, Yuji he's different. He's losing, and I'm still impressed with him, which is crazy.
Yeah, Choso is the composure is different. Like you said, the composure is very different. This shows that like there's a level of fighting experience that you have where you're not overcome by the immediate change of circumstance, or you're not overcome by a change in the flow of the fight. Somebody suddenly gets the upper hand, or it evens out. He just managed it, understood that, oh, I'm unable to use my ability to this degree. What is the best things I can do? And is able to adapt so swiftly, which is crazy. That just comes from experience. That just comes from like being battle honed and battle hardened. So that is impressive. It just shows how harsh their life is, and that. And Yuji, he put up a good fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was that moment when it was the most competitive. Like, the blows were fairly equal, but you can just tell that, like you said, Choso just had that upper hand in regards to the next move. He was always prepared for Yuji's next move. Like, whatever Yuji did, he was ready for it. And when my guy popped him, was it in the lung or liver, or I don't know, it was. But when he got popped,
liver.
I was like,
liver, yeah.
I was like, brazy. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, okay. You saw his face. That is like the actual face when somebody, like, something happens to them accidentally that surprises them. They look at the person like, what is happening? Did I just get shot? Is that a hole in me? You know?
Did I just get shot?
Did I get shot? No, not me. Impossible.
Massacre. You get me?
Nani? Yeah, man. But like you said, the way he's able just to understand that about, like, I'm short but I have to keep going, is very impressive. Like, it's bigger than him. It's bigger than him being hurt right now.
Yeah, I think that whole scene in the bathroom was just like, the animators, they did their jobs very well. I think the director had a great idea of how to bring it to life. And then talking about the characters, Choso did well to adapt after he realized he can't manipulate blood outside of his body, so he decided to focus inside of his body, giving himself like the physical boost with the flowing red stack technique that he used. And then Yuji, he tried like you guys said, But even when the playing field was evened, he was still getting like beaten pretty badly. But then, and I think this is where we have to take a step back and realize like these guys, this is a special grade curse. Like just taking away one of his things isn't gonna suddenly make it that we can beat him, because Yuji's not Gojo. He doesn't have a curse technique. He only just entered the Jujutsu world. So this is really like a level 10 Pidgey coming against a level 70 Mewtwo. And I'm thinking because he used Disabled on one of its moves, oh yeah, I can win this Pokemon battle. No, bro, you don't have the badges for this, man. Like, relax. Like, I think people have to. I think a lot of people came out from this episode like, "Raw, Choso is nice." I'm like, bro, of course he's nice. He's special grade. I mean, you have to respect him.
You do. And people forget that a lot. For Yuji to last this long and get a special grade shows that he's deserving of like a first grade kind of badge on his shoulder, because bro, he should have gone, even though he was barely hanging in there, but it should have been like you're gone. But he got shot basically a hole through his whole body, and was like, you know what, I have to take you down with me, which is crazy because he was getting flinged around that bathroom, bro, from wall to wall, and he just kept standing up, and he just kept going. It was just the tenacity. It's just, you have to respect it. And he even managed to hit Choso a couple times, and Choso was like surprised, like, yo, 3 times.
Yeah,
this guy hit me 3 times, and it was painful. I lost a tooth. I'm a special grade, bro. He hit me 3 times and I'm feeling it. Imagine if it was like 10 times. Choso might not be as clean as he was when he left that fight. Well, physically, not mentally. But yeah, he was surprised as well. Like, yo, this guy, he gave Yuji's credit. You know, Yuji was going crazy, and yeah, he was putting in damage, he was putting in work. But yeah, one of my favorite scenes, I think probably my favorite scene from the manga, got animated beautifully, is when Yuji and Choso go into the stands hand to hand, anticipating who's gonna move first. And it's from it's like I think people were saying it, but it looks very similar to the reference from a great movie, Raid. But I think it was part 2, and it was, if you see the reference, it's good. And the edits on TikTok go crazy. It's been a long time since I watched that movie, but it was so clean, and it's like, no, you're playing my game now. And yeah, they went crazy. They were boring, crazy. Choso and Yuji, I think this might be fight of the season, you know. And it was just good. I just enjoyed it, and they were going at it. Respect it.
Yeah, easily one of the best fights of the season. One of the best fights I've seen in a hot minute. And like you said, I like how that every time we've seen a first grade level, it's been noticeable, it's been significant, and like they've showcased that there is a disparity between being the first grade and the rest, and that is very evident from the last 2 episodes and what we've seen from Nanami and now Choso. There's a level of expertise and knowledge and understanding of one's ability, and is able to be very flexible and use it in many different ways, whatever the scenario kind of wherever it gives, they're able to have an answer. So yeah, I've been very impressed, and I like that the fights haven't been really close. If not, you know, it become questionable, like, why is first grades this high and this, but nah, this, no questions asked, you know, they're different.
Yeah, and I like the character moment for Yuji where he's just like, I might not be special, but you know, it doesn't matter if I die here, as long as I've taken him out, I've done my part. And then just having that resolve, and you know, I think that kind of, you know, gives him a bit more depth to him, where he's like, okay, maybe I'm not the MC, you know, even though he is the MC. He's just like, I'm not the MC, but you know, I'll play my role and then I'll just go back to the side. I'm just like, yeah, I rate that, man. It's those things that made me like him as a character, because like that was a good moment for him. And then, you know, Choso showing him the respect as well. And yeah.
Yeah, Yuji is a great character, man. He doesn't get enough shine because of the amount of crazy characters around him, but his character is amazing. It's like, you know what? I do my bit, and if that's it for me, at least I feel like I've done something, you know, to help the great good. And how can you not like that? But unfortunately, Yuji loses, and yeah, he tried to go crazy. You know, the planning is like, oh, I'm gonna cover his eyes and smack him. I've not used my left hand in a while. You know, he's not gonna expect it. And Choso was prepared, had in his body, and it didn't have any kind of effect. Yuji didn't feel like he was punching, like the punch landed properly. And before you know it, he was missing a shoulder and got pammed. And Yuji loses and almost dies. Then, surprise, surprise, we see our favorite demon again, Sukuna, and it's like, oh, whoa, how can you lose to someone so insignificant? Our favorite, we don't support Doja Cat in this place, but our favorite demon character in this series. And yeah, he's back, and it's like, how do you lose to someone so insignificant? I was like, insignificant? This guy? Wild, but yeah.
He was definitely sleeping. He was sleeping when the fight was going on. Because if his eyes were open, he would know that you were serious.
Yes, bro. But you know, anytime we see Sukuna, it's never a good sign. So I wonder what's going to happen next. But what do you guys think about Yuji losing this fight?
Well, it was when I read it, I was like, damn, man, I can't believe he lost, you know, because it was kind of, I wouldn't even say it's a subversion, but I was like, I was sad because I was like, damn, this was supposed to be a big moment. You can't tell me the grasshopper was a moment, because it wasn't. It was rubbish. Still on that, but yeah.
Well, you don't like the smartest character with the highest IQ aside from Todo in the series.
Intelligence, Mr. Intelligence.
Yeah, nah. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense for him to lose, and it was just kind of funny because he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't use my left hand this whole time. He's not going to expect this," and he's just like, "Yeah, I expected that." I'm just like, damn, that's tough, bro. That's tough. And
tough. Choso's eyes was just focused. Like, yeah, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, so I guess all I have to say is who we smoke: Yuji Itadori. Puff, puff.
Oh, wow.
Put him in a blunt. Yeah. That's what happened.
Gone too soon. Hanging on a line right now. But yeah. What do you think, Rajal?
Yeah, likewise. I saw Choso use Gear 2, Gear Secando, and then use Haki. That's what he might use hardening. That's what I saw. So I knew it was over for Yuji, because bro was using abilities that weren't even in the show. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Choso's ability.
Like to think Zoro got lost and taught him a few things.
100%. 100% on they need to release that filler arc where Zoro was just teaching other people techniques. But like I was saying, Choso's ability to like think ahead and just predict accurately what his opponent is going to do, what Yuji was going to do, scary, especially how fast everything was happening, and in the moment the water and everything being around him could have been something that would have played on other people's minds more than anything else. But bro was the essence of relaxed and like in the zone. But he was in optimizing everything and just flowing. And when I saw Yuji punch him, and then Yuji was like, huh? Oh, why is that so hard? And 2 seconds left, man's arm is gone, sliced up, and he's just looking, and it's like, rah, you're actually finished. You're actually finished. Oh my, it was incredible. Sad to see, but it kind of had to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's realistic. That's why I like Jujutsu Kaisen sometimes, because how many times have we seen like a main character lose this much, bro? He has been going through it, getting his ass beat, but no, it even makes sense. It makes sense. If he, I mean, it'd be impressive if he beat like a special grade, but he's not quite there yet. And, you know, he took that L, and that L is nothing to be scoffed at. But yeah, after that, it seems that choso was just bugging. He was going crazy. He's like, huh? Why is there a non-existent memory? You know, side note, I really enjoy the fact that we have a narrator in this season. I think it was needed, and the narrator's doing a great job of like, you know what? All of a sudden, choso had a memory that wasn't there before, and he sees a happy family. But instead of 3, he sees 4 people. It's like, what is going on? What's crazy? And this is when in the community for JJK, people are just bringing out so many theories about what happened. You know, it's like, what is this linked to what happened with Todo? Is Todo just crazy? What's happening to choso now? And yeah, he sees Yuji as his brother, feed him some spaghetti, and yeah, is it a happy family or is it not a happy family? And yeah, choso is going a bit crazy, and yeah, we end the episode, but with choso and a big question mark in his head. What do you guys think?
Realistically, he should have knew that that memory was iffy or fake or whatever, because like, you're too grown for your brother at that age to be feeding you spaghetti like that. Like, at your big age, I think that would have been big question marks for me. Like, I would have had that one vision of like,
that's what you're focusing.
I'm like, bro, why would my brother feed me spaghetti like that at my big age? Nah, this is fake. This is implanted. I would be panicking. But it was interesting. Honestly, I could feed myself, man. That was the basic training we had. That was the basic training before we had basic training to use our curses, and we learn how to feed ourselves.
Oh my god!
But the whole like him kind of having that false memory or whatever that memory is, and kind of going into like a like breaking down like mentally and stuff like is weird. It kind of makes me like eagerly anticipate what's going to happen next week, just for an explanation, because seeing that he just won, it's so random, and as soon as he spoke to Sukuna, like, it happens. So I don't know if he's involved. I'm eagerly waiting to see.
Yeah, I think I don't know why they made him feed the brothers spaghetti.
It's wild, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure when I read that, I didn't remember any feeding spaghetti to their mouths. Like, that's, I don't know.
It's brotherly love. It's cute. You know, sometimes you just let your big bro feed you.
I love cute things, but like,
that was kind of unsensitive.
It was like, bro.
Certainly. So why you feeding a grown man?
Everybody had food in front of them, but they were feeding each other.
You're telling me if Rajel was feeding me and I ate it, you guys were like, oh, what's that? What's going on?
I would be questioning as I do it.
It's just love, bro. It's just love, bro.
I'm like, what is going on here as I feed you?
It's what brothers do. I've never had a brother in my life, but I guess that's what brothers do, man.
I'm finished. Daniel will be leaving. He'll be walking away with like, these guys, man.
I can imagine it. He just gets up. He doesn't say a word. Just gets up, adjusts himself up, and just opens the door and just never comes back.
Takes his food. And cuts.
Right now. He just cleans his lips, you know, folds his towel, you know, puts it on the table, cleans himself up, just walks out.
Mad elegant as well.
No words said.
No words said.
I can see it.
Days.
It's jokes.
Yeah, man. I said what I said, man. We're smoking on that Isidori pack. No food feeding. I don't know why they did that, but I mean, if that's what they wanted to do, they wanted to feed the Fujoshis or whatever he called them. But Choso lost his mind. I'm confused, but not really because I've read the manga and I know what happened. So, hee.
He must have hee. But yeah, when it happened in the manga, I was like, what is going on? What do you mean there's your brother? Stop bugging, bro. Get back to business. Kill this guy, even though he's the main character. But yeah, because people say like, oh, is this a ass pull? Like, what are they trying to do? I was like, I think this was just generally bugging, really. Just going through it. Armor. But yeah.
Armor off the plots. Sukuna does not care. I saw people reacting. They were like, "Sukuna gonna help?" And I'm like, "Bro, he does not like that guy. Bro.
He's really chilling.
This is not Naruto.
This is not Kurama."
Hey, I was waiting for that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was waiting for him to give him some energy, heal his body. Bro was chilling.
Like this is not Naruto.
Respecting. Well done, Itadori. I've seen you fight so really vehemently. Live it to me now.
I needed that.
I'll take it from here, bro. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm sure Sakura was just laughing right now. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. And after the credits, we see Geto's daughters plotting something close to Yuji. That is barely a mind. So next episode is gonna be interesting. It might be crazy, it might be tame, but I definitely cannot wait to see what happens next. I have a feeling it's gonna be great because 13 episodes, amazing, and the next few episodes I feel is gonna be amazing too. But yeah, any last words, guys?
Yeah, elite episode, man. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So JJK keeps giving, and I just appreciate it. Special anime. I'm so happy it's continued to the winter, spring. What am I saying? All the months now. It's continued.
Winter, spring, all the months.
All the months.
We're having a memory.
Legit.
Moving like Choso.
Moving like Choso.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved it, fam.
I just have to say, I've decided. Gojo said that they'll be fine without me, and they showed Yuji, Nobara, and Megumi. So we've had the Nobara pack, the Yuji pack. I'm waiting on that Megumi pack. You know, my lungs are gonna be looking heavy with all the smoking I'm gonna be doing.
Man says it's gonna be moving like Smoker. I see it. I mean, it's scary, you know. It's 2 for 2 right now. It's not looking good.
I tried to tell people. They said, "Oh, you're being harsh." I'm like, bro, they're not ready. But okay.
Special grades right now. It's not easy, and this is why we love JJK. It's not an easy win because I have my inner demon coming out to help me or random power up. No, you gotta go through it, and if you can't cut it, you die.
You did.
But yeah. Next episodes are going to be amazing, and we're going to be back next week, talking about it, and hopefully it's good just as it was this week. But thanks for listening to us ramble on, and hope you guys enjoyed it and the episode as well. Leave your comments, let us know what you think about what we said in this episode, what happened in the episode, and we shall see you next time. Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.
Love you.